Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to another fun-filled and hopefully even maybe educational episode of Easy Prepping. As I've been prepping over the years, I'd watch other preppers do their things you should have to be prepared episodes. And once in a while, I'd run across something that caught my attention. It's like, I don't have that. So I'm going to do another video on my prepper bins that you can look through, and maybe you'll come across one of these and think you don't have that, and it'd be a good idea to have. Another thing I plan on doing in this video, one commenter pointed out to me that they were on a tight budget. Well, I've been there and done that myself over my life. I think anybody with gray whiskers has been through different economic phases of their life. So what I plan to do here is put a screenshot of what these currently cost, probably most from Amazon. It's the easiest place to search for stuff like this and give you a price. That way, if you're on a tight budget and you want to prioritize these, knowing what the price is, I think would make it easier for you to make your list of priorities of what you should get first as your budget allows. Okay, I'm going to do these not in any particular order of priority that I think you should have them. I'm throwing them out there as ideas of what, if you don't have in your prepper bins, you should look at getting. Number one we have up, which is very important, seeds. You're probably going to want to be able to plant a garden. These are bug out seed bag. Supposed to be good for 5 to 7 years, and they're sealed very nice. I would probably do a whole video just on seeds that I have and how I have them stored to try to give them the longest shelf life. But these are, side item, get non-GMO seeds. Anyway, and heirloom. Make sure they say heirloom on them. Very high priority for seeds. Next up we have toilet bags, so that when you have to go in your 5-gallon bucket, you've got an easy way to dispose of it. These are also biodegradable. And to go along with that, a product called Eco Gel, which you put in the bucket with the waste, and it helps to dispose of it. And next we have, I'm going to throw all into one category, soap. I'm not going to be able to give you a picture of this up there because it's Dollar Tree. This was $1. I think it's probably now $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. But hand soap, a definite in a SHTF scenario. There's your shower soap, whatever brand you prefer. But then one that I got on Amazon is Purex Fells Naphtha. This is a bar of laundry soap. If you need to go back to doing laundry the way your great-grandmother did, and I still have my grandmother's washboard in the basement, this is what you use, is a bar of laundry soap. Back in my Navy days, we carried a thing on our keychains called a P38. And since then, I discovered they make a larger version of it called a P51. I have a bag of these in my prepper kit, but you can take these things and open them, and it's a can opener that folds down, fits on your keychain, very small space, but in a pinch, it's the way to open a can. And this is the larger, I'd recommend this version, the P51s. They're larger, easier to grip, especially for us older hands that are starting to get a little arthritic. But I guarantee you that P38 that I used to carry in the Navy, I stopped when the thing opened and I stabbed myself in the leg. It wasn't pleasant. Anyway, can openers. There are a variety of different types of manual can openers. I probably got some of these out of nostalgia and the fact that they store in a very small area. And after that, I found down in here water purification tablets. Your ability to purify water in SHTF is going to be an absolute. It's a must. You're going to have a way to purify water. And this, there's two different types of tablets in here. I'll put the picture from Amazon. That's where I got them. Hopefully they're still there, up there in the corner. So you can see how much they go for. One time on Amazon, I thought it was a unique little item. There's, if you could see that, there's a compass in there. And it's meant to, you use your paracord and make this a thing to put on your wrist so that you have a compass. But then it comes apart. And there's a ferrite rod. See if I can get it to, of course it won't do it while I'm on camera here. Let's flip it over this way and see. There's one. Yeah. Potential fire starter. And next we have up a food seasoning item that's shelf life is forever. And the way I've got some of them here, well, they were free. The Chinese restaurant that I use for takeout here in town, they just keep boxes of these and the fortune cookies and the hot mustard, and just boxes of it there by the door. You just grab all you want. I grab just handfuls and throw it in a bag. I don't feel guilty because I'm spending a lot on Chinese food there. But the extra of these, you see I put in a baggie, drop them into the bin, and they're good really forever at room temperature. And if you ever spend any time in Japan, can't have rice without soy sauce. Next we have up something that may, I'll have to think about it, may go into the medical bin, may stay in this one. But insect repellent. Depending on your situation in SHTF, good thing to have. In fact, might be a good thing for a bug out bag. You'll never hear me talk about a bug out bag because I ain't. We're in the forever home, we're out in the country, we're not bugging out. And next up we have, I actually saw this on another prepper's video not too long ago. I forget who it was, but it's a handheld manual hand mixer. Know what your wife uses a blender for? This one, handheld. You can just beat your eggs with it, mix your dough, whatever. But a manual one, no electricity, no blender. There's a way to do it. And then something that I already featured, I think, in a different video, but I pulled it out again for this one. So not everybody maybe saw that video. Is a pocket stove. Portable little stove, a little light underneath, holds your pot. You could cook. Next we have up plastic razors. Especially if you're an electric razor person, SHTF, your electricity, if not non-existent, is going to be limited. Plastic razors if you want to stay clean shaven. And as you'll probably see in about a month, this comes off during the hotter months of the year. Just a warning, might look a little different coming up before too long on a video. Then we have, along with that stove, a mini alcohol stove. This one's from a company called Tiny Spark, but I need to just start doing review videos on some of these things. This thing could be a whole video by itself. But this uses isopropyl alcohol. You can use rubbing alcohol. The difference is, usually in rubbing alcohol, your percentage of actual alcohol is around 70%. And it will burn, but it's not as well, not as hot. It's got water in it. It's 30% water. Isopropyl alcohol, in fact, for this stove, it's recommended that you use isopropyl alcohol. Denatured alcohol will work, but make sure it says it's somewhere between 90 and 100% alcohol. And approaching the end here, we have what's commonly thought of as Vaseline, and petroleum jelly. I believe it's less expensive. Once again, I'll put it up here on the screen to get, I believe this is the Amazon brand. Salimo, I believe, is the brand name that Amazon was using for a while. I'll look it up, put screenshots up here on the screen, but there are many different uses for this. Some of them are survival type uses. One of those survival uses is you get yourself some cotton balls. which you might have in your medical bins anyway. And you can take your cotton balls, get yourself one of those little tins like, well, I can't think of the name of the candies come in, but they're little tins about that high, not that big. And you saturate your cotton balls in Vaseline, put them inside your tin. You got a fire starter kit. They burn really well. And speaking of burning, the last two things on our list here in my kit, I think I forgot I had this. Survival candle, 32 hour, has 3 wicks so that if you need more light or more heat, you could light more of the wicks. But it says right on the back here that if you light all 3 wicks, you're only going to get about 12 hours. If you do them one at a time, then you're supposed to get the 36 hour. Once again, survival candle to have in your stock. And a way to light your survival candles. This is a set, 25 of these little lighters. This brand happens to say Liberty lights on them, but I've had these in the prepper kit, the bin, for a long time. I bet it's been probably 10, 15 years. Still work fine. Even these cheapies have adjustable flame. And these are far cheaper than the Bic brand, but they work fine. I said it's been a long time and they're still full of fuel. There's 25 of them in here. I will find something that's similar, at least, it may not be the exact same brand, and put them up here on the screen and show you the cost. And I think that might have been more than 12 items. I think you got a couple bonus ones there, like the hand mixer. I don't think I had it on my list. So yeah, you might have gotten more than the 12. But when you think about these, think about what you need for your individual situation and what SHTF scenario you might find yourself in. Also consider that some of these could be really useful as barter items. Like you might look at this and think you'd never need 25 lighters, but how valuable could this be to somebody that has no way of producing fire? You got 25 of them here. So anything is a potential barter item. Now I'd like to ask, if you haven't already, please click that subscribe button, the like button if you thought the video was good, share if you know somebody that you think could benefit from this. In today's quote, I don't care a whole lot for country music, but there are a few songs that I like. And there's one out there that particularly strikes a chord with me, pun intended, and that is, I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. Thank you for watching.